Hello mga kapasib, welcome back to my channel. Today is January 11 gabi na. Kaya pasensya na kayo sa boses ko kung ganito kasi ayoko masyadong magingay. Lang yung time na pwede tayong gumawa ng content ngayon. So yun. Anyway, gusto ko lang pag-usapan natin ano ba yung mga advantages tsaka disadvantages ng strategy na ginagawa ko, yung passive income investing strategy using covered call ETFs, yung mga high yield covered call ETFs. Ang una, sa mga advantage ng strategy na to, this is based on our experience, is yung easy to start, madali siyang simulan kasi nasa Canada ka or dito sa North America, mag-open ka lang ng trading app or brokerage account, and then pwede ka mag-open ng tax-free savings account, pwedeng RRSP, pwedeng FHSA or non-registered account, alin man doon. Pero kung ako ang tatanungin mo at bago ka lang mag-i-invest at wala ka pang tax-free savings account or kahit meron kang existing, pwede mo i-transfer yan. Prioritize yung mag-invest sa tax-free savings account. Doon kayo mag-concentrate, especially kung ka pa, medyo bata ka pa, kasi tax-free siya. Anything na ipunin mo doon or i-contribute mo doon is tax-free, and kahit mag-withdraw ka, tax-free siya. Hindi siya magre-reflect as income mo. Yun lang. Check nyo sa CRA kung magkano na yung distribution or contribution from nyo sa inyong tax-free savings account. Hindi kayo pwede sumobra kasi magbabayad kayo ng penalty kapag nagsobra kayo ng distribution within let's say ngayon 2025 ang contribution room is maximum of 7,000. So hindi kayo dapat lumampas na 7,000 itong year na 2025 para hindi kayo magbayad ng penalty. So yun. Ayan. Easy to start. Open a brokerage account or trading app. I use Wealth Simple kasi nga yun yung ginagamit ko noon pa, and siya regulated siya tsaka insured. So yun yung ginagamit ko. And then isa pa sa mga advantage niya is hindi mo kailangan ng malaking kapital. You can invest a small amount, say every paycheck magtabi ka ng $50 or $100, lagay mo sa TFSA mo, and then i-invest mo sa mga high yield covered call ETFs or mga anything that pays you dividend on a monthly basis. Meron sa Canadian market na mga covered call ETFs or stock split funds. Meron sa US market na covered call ETFs and split funds. Then meron din. So yun, hindi mo kailangan ng malaking halaga. Start at 50, 100 every paycheck, and do your research. Tingnan mo kung ano yung covered call ETF na swak sa panlasa mo. Kung ako, maisasuggest ko lang is pag magsisimula ka pa lang is yung index based na covered call ETFs yung bilin mo, kasi na yun, diversified na, index based nga So let's say S&P 500 or Nasdaq 100 or yung Russell 2000. May mga index based na covered call ETF para dun sa mga index na yun. So yun, next na advantage is less time consuming. I would say less time consuming kasi the only time na kailangan mo mag-effort is yung pagre-research mo, saan ba ako mag-i-invest, ano bang covered call ETF ang maganda para sa akin, or magkano ba i-invest ko ano bang takbo ng market ngayon. Yun lang. You're not day trading. Say every 2 weeks, ano bang bibiling ko up, every 2 weeks kada paycheck mo, save ka $100. Okay, today ano bang bibiling ko today, ano bang magandang covered call ETF at a discount right now na pwede kong bilhin. So yun, that's it. Yun lang effort mo. And then wala na, bantayan mo lang market. Kung may gusto kang palitan dun sa fund na hawak mo na you think na underperforming or hindi swak sa panlasa mo, and then yun lang. Hindi mo siya kailangan, like, let's say, tutukan. Passive talaga siya, passive income. Dadating nun yung dividends mo every week or every month. Yun na yun. And then ano pa ba, diversification. Kasi dito sa stock market or kailangan kung hindi ka magaling sa stock picking, yung individual companies, hindi ka magaling, I would suggest na bumili ka na nga lang ng index-based na covered call ETF para kumbaga diversified na agad yung hawak mo. Or you can have a diversification based on sector. Ano bang mga sector na sinasabi ko? Say healthcare, real estate, energy, utilities, tech. Yung mga sector specific, and maraming available na sector specific covered call ETFs, and you just have to do your own research. That's why I'm not saying you to buy a specific one, kasi ayoko na kumbaga, you do your own research. Ano ba yung sinasabi kong covered call ETFs? Ano ba yung split funds na sinasabi ko? Ano ba yung yield niya? Ano yung performance niya based on its history? Kasi ako, yung mga hawak namin is lahat to mga bago lang. The oldest one is like 2 years ago. Yung inception niya is 2 years ago, and the rest is like a year old, iba few months old. And yan, wala siya pa masyadong historical data, but based on the performance on the chart, some of them are doing really well. Actually, some of them are beating the index itself. So maganda yung total return niya, total performance niya. Some of them are not, because nga it depends on the underlying assets. Kasi nga meron kaming individual stock na covered call ETF, and those are risky ones. So pag bumaba yung single stock na yun, talagang bababa din yung hawak namin. But the thing is, it doesn't matter. Kahit bumaba yung capital, still get your dividends every week or every month. So yun yung kagandahan nito. I'm not buying it for capital gains. I'm buying these covered calls for the income it can generate me every week and every month. So yung kagandahan yan. It can lessen your yung worry mo pagka masyadong volatile yung market. Kasi pag growth ang hawak mo, you're doing swing trading, you're doing day trading, tutok ka doon kasi nga you're binabantay mo yung presyo, di ba? Yung up and down ng market tsaka yung presyo na hawak mo. And yun nga, eto dito hindi, I just let it sit there. I buy it, I reinvest my dividends that we receive, and then yun lang ang ginagawa ko. Ang pinaka effort ko is yung ano bang covered call ETF yung bibilin ko this week. Ano iba yung at a discount. So yun lang, that's it. Yun lang ano. So yun yung mga advantages. Ang disadvantage na nakikita ko is still depends on the performance of the stock market. So meaning to say, pag bumaba ang stock market, bumagsak yung underlying asset ng covered call ETFs na hawak namin, babagsak din yung portfolio, but like I said, it would still keep on giving us cash flow every week and every month. For sure, bababa yung cash flow, but we still get it. We still receive it. Those distribution, makaka-receive pa rin kami no matter what, kahit bumaba. And I don't have to sell my shares, right? I don't have to sell my shares. If I need the money, sure, I'll take out the money and withdraw it, use it on like whatever I want, however I want, right? Eh pagka yung growth stock ka, let's say you needed the money, you're gonna have to sell a specific stock or kung ano man yung hawak mo at a loss dahil kailangan mo yung pera, edi ano ka na agad, talo ka na agad, di ba? And di ba, sure, you can wait for the stock market to go up. Eh paano nga kung kailangan mo yung pera, di ba? May kailangan kang pera, right? So magbebenta ka at a loss, so talo ka na agad. So yun lang yung yung nakikita ko ang disadvantage niya. And tingin ko manageable naman kasi nga no matter what, may dadating sa'yo. And yun lang. And for the update guys, meron tayong na-receive na mga dividends for the second week of January. Alright guys, for the second week of January, naka-receive na tayo ng mga dividends. And I'll just give an update. So for the second week of January, we received a total of $295.85 US dollar to. Like I said, so ang breakdown niya is this. So from QDTE, we received a $18.17 for the second week. Next is QQQY or Triple QY. Naka-receive tayo ng $56.29. And then next is YMAG. Naka-receive tayo ng $28.83. Followed by YMAX. We receive $63.55. Last one is yung Kony. Naka-receive tayo dito ng $114.12. So yun guys. So for the first week and second week of January, ang total na na-receive natin overall is $633.66 in US dollar. So around 800 siguro to 900 Canadian dollars for 2 weeks passive income. So natutulog kami, kahit anong ginagawa namin, dumadating lang tong mga to. So yun yung nagustuhan ko talaga. And yun. And kung bago ka dito sa channel na to, ito yung ginagawa ko, passive income investing. And I invest in high yield covered call ETFs in the stock market. And they pay us weekly and monthly. So yun guys, maraming salamat, and keep on tuning in kasi I will do this update weekly. Ang target natin for the year is makaabot tayo ng at least siguro mga 4,000 to 5,000 Canadian dollars by the end of the year in monthly distributions. So yun, medyo maganda yung pasok ng taon, and sana magtuloy-tuloy lang. Pag bumaba ang stock market, okay lang kasi magte-take advantage lang tayo doon kasi nga makakabili tayo ng murang shares. So yun lang guys, and maraming salamat sa ating mga followers or sa ating subscribers. Hope you guys are doing well, and sana may napupulot kayo dito sa sa mga video ko. And yeah, see you in the next one. Thank you.